Hello there folks, Bonkekook here, aka your Lonely Achievement God, continuing our Lawn Mowing Simulator Challenge coverage with Professional Challenge number 5, likely your first striping challenge, and it is at the rear gardens of Rowley Manor. We'll be using a Skag Patriot with the Tiger Stripe kit, and we have 11 minutes and 30 seconds to complete this cut. More than likely you'll finish it with around 3 minutes left, but even if you don't keep pace with me, for whatever reason, again, we finished this with 3 minutes left or so. So there's plenty of time left over if you go a little bit more cautiously than I do to finish it. You do need a 90% stripe rating to complete the cut and the challenge, and you need a 99.5% cut percent to complete it. The stripe rating isn't all that difficult. The game does a terrible job of explaining what you really need to do, so I'm going to show you what you need to do. But it's not that complicated. As long as you follow along with me, most of the striping contracts we do, we're going to finish with more than a 99.0% stripe rating. So don't stress out about the stripe rating. When we jump in, I will show you exactly what we need to do to handle it. So let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to start our mower just like we always do. I prefer one of the top-down views when we do striping challenges. So we're going to do that. And we're just going to drive down the steps here. It doesn't really penalize us much for doing it, and it saves us some time. We're going to set ourselves up right here. If we turn on the right bumper, you'll see some arrows pop up. That means we dropped our striping kit, and we are now prepared to stripe. We need to set our cut height to 5 to 6 centimeters. So I believe we'll be at 570, and then hit X to start the blades. What you're going to do is drive straight across, then you're going to turn your mower around, and then you're going to reposition yourself and drive straight across the other way. And that's all you do for striping kits. Just make sure you have that striping kit dropped, and you'll know you have it dropped if the arrows are appearing on the lawn. Now there have been a couple of times where the arrows have been slow, or they haven't appeared until I've started cutting grass. It's probably just a little bit of a glitch that can happen, so feel free to restart the contract if that does happen to you, but it's rather rare. What we're going to do here, overloads are a concern, so we're going to try to cut about 70% new grass at a time, and all we need to do is just kind of stay straight. You can see that orange like semicircle on the left side of our mower there. That's how wide we cut with the left side of our mower. So we want new grass to be at about 75% when we cross the lawn. Otherwise, you're going to have to deal with overloads a lot. The height that we're cutting the grass to, combined with this mower's ability, results in a lot of overloads. So you either need to use the tapping method, and always back up when you do leave grass. You don't want to leave any behind. 99.5% does give you some wiggle room of missing some grass, but you don't want to miss too much. So if you do overload your engine, stop driving immediately, but also back up if you leave any grass to take care of it now, because cleaning it up afterwards is possible, but it's not recommended. I don't really recommend using the brake for your overloads either. I just recommend taking your finger off the trigger or tapping the accelerator so that your speed does come down, but you continue to drive. Not a whole lot else to say about this. If you're paying attention in the upper right hand corner, you'll actually see that our stripe rating is higher than our progress bar. That actually happens when you miss grass. Because the stripe rating isn't necessarily related to cutting the grass as much as it is, making the grass go in a different fashion. Striping is just having an alternate look. If you've ever watched any professional sports, you've noticed that they do a version of striping to the grass to put designs in the field or the pitch or whatever they play on. A lot of them do, anyways. And that's basically all we're doing here. So you don't technically need the striping kit, to be cutting grass to get your stripes, which is why your stripe rating can go higher than your cut percent. If you're overloading your engine and missing some grass, then you'll have a higher stripe rating if you're being perfect with your stripes like we are. Almost perfect, anyways. I've never been able to get 100%. That I remember, anyways. I'm usually around the 99.8 to 99.6%, somewhere between there. So I'm not entirely sure if it's possible to get 100%. Because you can try to do that. If you hold the accelerator down like 2/3 of the way, you can keep your mower going at a slower speed, but it's rather uncomfortable to attempt to do that. I find it's better to just go full speed and then pull your finger off the accelerator if you overload and start tapping. But everyone has a different preference. And it is very important that if you overload and leave grass, that you back up exactly the way you drove. That way you're not messing up your striping if you back up incorrectly. So we're at almost 84, 85% there. And we have 4 minutes left, so we're probably going to come in just under the 3-minute mark. I'm just going to tell you guys and gals now, this is like the 6th time I've recorded this challenge. I'm having some issues with YouTube not uploading properly, or my videos freezing and only getting an audio file. And so if you have any questions, reach out to me. I'm pretty sure I've covered all the information. As I said, this is probably the 6th time I've recorded this now, but it's easy to miss bits and pieces. So if there's anything you feel like I didn't cover, reach out to me and ask me and tell me I'll re-record the video if there's something important I left out or something you feel that should be added. I'm always willing to listen. But as you can see here, we're just about done. Our cut is complete. We're going to finish off the striping here, though. As you can see, we got our stripe rating up to 99.8. If you need to cut some grass when you're done here, again, I don't recommend trying to fix your stripe rating when you're done. It's just almost impossible to remember which way you were cutting when you did all your stripes, and that's just too much of a hassle to try. But if you want to try to cut grass, hit right bumper to bring up the roller, and then you can run out onto the lawn and cut without fear of messing up your stripes too much. I have seen this damage stripes, but very minimally. I've seen it drop my stripe rating from 99, 8 to 99.7, and that's it. So you shouldn't have to worry about your stripe rating too much, if at all, but it may drop like 0.1% if you run around to try to clean up with the stripe kit raised. So, as always, folks, if you have any questions or comments for me, reach out to me. I will do my best to answer them, but if not, I will see you guys next time.